Okay, for example 2, fit in a quadratic model to data. It basically talks about, it says A, use a graphing utility to create a scatter plot of the data. So to do that, I type this into Y1, I type that into Y2, and so to do that, stat, edit, there's Y1, Y2, I've already typed it in. Then when I go to Y equals, make sure plot 1 is turned on, and then I'm going to hit graph. It looks like that, and nothing appeared. So what do? Well, I have to realize that my x's go from 15 all the way down to 75. So if I go into window, change my y minimum, x minimum to 0, I need my x all the way go all the way to 75, and my y's change the minimum to 0, go from 22 to about as high as 30. So if I type in maybe 35, 0 for that, and for my y max 35, because the biggest number is in the 30s. Hit graph, and I get a picture that looks like that. So there's a picture of my scatter plot. Part B says use the regression feature of the graphing utility to find a model that best fits the data. Okay, so regression feature, we go stat, go to calc, and I'm going to hit hit 4 to see if it's linear. And I get this. Notice that my R value is 0.05. That means it's not very good linear. Remember, it had to be close to 1 for it to be a good linear model. So now stat calc 5 to see if it's quadratic in nature. And once I do quadratic, R squared turns out to be 0.978. Therefore, it is a good quadratic model. And so I would write for my answer, part B, y equals, it's going to be in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So negative 0.008 x squared plus 0.747x, and then plus 13.462. And there's the answer for the quadratic model. In part C, it says approximate the speed at which the mileage is the greatest. And so what I do is, I kind of look for the high point. I have this, essentially what I do is I have this equation. So I'm going to go back into y equals, type it in negative 0.008, as I type in that equation in my calculator, x squared plus 0.747 x plus 13.462. Hit the graph button, and you see it kind of draws the curve over what I did, and it says to find where the mileage is the greatest. So we're going to find the greatest or the high point here. So second, trace, go to maximum 4, and I have to have flashy thingy. Flashy thingy is right about there. Hit enter. So I'm going to take it around the top. Keep hitting it until it's on the other side of the hump. So it tells me it's somewhere in here. Hit enter again, and it tells me my maximum value is 46.87, or this one says 46.69, comma 31 approximately, so about 47, comma 31. This means at 47 miles per hour, my gas mileage is 31 miles per gallon. And so at 47 miles an hour, this is the maximum miles per gallon that it gives. Go ahead and try number 17 in your book with a calculator.